Folks, my name is Ryan, and I wanted to make a video tonight about why Bitcoin is fake. And when I say fake, I don't mean it doesn't exist. It does. But everything that people pretend Bitcoin is, it is not. That is fake. Money, real money, has intrinsic value. And then there's currency, particularly what we call fiat currency, which is like the US dollar or the euro or the yuan, the peso. Those are fiat currencies. Real money is gold, silver, and other things can be money, but gold and silver tend to be the historic norm for what we would call actual money. Bitcoin, I don't want to argue details because there's a bunch of nerds with a bunch of different opinions about what it is and what it's meant for and what it should be used for. And what do people say today that digital coins are good for? As a store of value, there's no intrinsic value. The price is extremely high for what it offers. There is an argument to be made that you should have some Bitcoin if you have an investments. Up to 10% seems reasonable to me. But I wouldn't look at it as a store of value. If I want to store value, I'm going to get gold, silver, other tangible items with intrinsic value. Some people think that Bitcoin was made as an alternative fiat currency, meant to make purchases. But we've seen with delays and timing issues and high cost for transactions, for moving your Bitcoin around, it's not feasible for purchases. And if we just need something to make purchases, why would a service, which is what digital coins are, that can be replicated easily? Why would someone pay $60,000 for something that can be that's just code that can be replicated? If we want to make transactions, there's ones that can be done cheaper, more efficiently, probably better, and we can make the price $1. There's no reason for a digital coin to be worth $60,000 to be used to make transactions. There's big fees involved and timing problems. So it's not really good for transactions. The one use I see for Bitcoin, which doesn't really make sense unless a bunch of other people are using it for other things, but the thing that makes the most sense is having 10% of your finances in Bitcoin in case the United States government collapses, civil war breaks out, and you decide you want to flee to Brazil, and you don't want the Customs and Border Agency or the Brazilian entry police to take all your money. So if you have enough money to get to Brazil, And then you can go somewhere if it's a liquid asset that you're able to sell and you're willing to pay the fees and possibly wait a little bit, but you can go to Brazil and bam, get all your money. That makes sense for digital coins. Having a low priced digital coin that's closer to the dollar that can be used for transactions for a small fee that's done efficiently, that could make sense. But to have $60,000 Bitcoin and other quote unquote cryptocurrencies, which they're not encrypted and they're not currencies. I mean, they're encrypted, but they're not, kind of, but they're not, it's not anonymous. Now, there are anonymous digital coins, and those make some more sense to me for use in transactions and going overseas or whatever. But the premium on Bitcoin's irrational, and the $60,000 Bitcoin is tulipania. I've been saying this in real life for years, but I just started this account like 9 months ago. I just started making YouTube videos. Sorry I didn't get on sooner. Some of you could have used this information recently with what's been happening to the price. But if you're waiting for it to go back up, I mean, it will. There's a sucker born every minute. Some of the things that people spend money on and try to use as investment tools is mind-boggling. And completely irrational. And that's what digital coins are meant to do. They're meant to take money from suckers by creating FOMO and getting people to put their hard-earned money into it in hopes that they can get rich quick. It's like a pyramid scheme almost. Slightly modified, but it's a sucker's bet. Money doesn't come for free. If you're looking for free money, you're looking for criminal activity, you're looking for fraud, insider trading. But you can't just buy a quote unquote currency and get rich. I mean, some people did. I lost 10 or 12 Bitcoin a long time ago. But it's just ridiculous that people buy into this. It's nonsense. Very similar to the NFTs. A little bit more functional, but not by a ton. And it could go to zero. It could go to zero real easy. Hell, the power goes out, it goes to zero. Internet goes down, it goes to zero. People come to their senses, it goes to $1. I don't know when that'll happen. I don't know if it'll, The world's a funny place these days. But I wouldn't hold your breath on digital coins. They're nonsense. With limited applicability, limited use. And it's an industry so full of fraud and scammers. So many people have already been burnt and seen it for what it is. You're going to have a hard time ever building a cryptocurrency, quote unquote, that people will have any faith in and want to actually use, because it's really just become the scammer corner of the economy. And that's why I'm here. That's why I'm making this. I didn't intend on making a Bitcoin video tonight, but I'm so sick of people contacting me acting like, they want to date me or something, and then, 6 messages in, they're trying to sell you a Bitcoin. It's like the Forex traders of old. Anyway, I appreciate people tuning in. Like, share, subscribe, comment, ask questions down below, call me names, all the above. I'll have a Cash App down there if you want to throw me a buck. If not, coolio. Thanks for tuning in. God bless.